What's good, y'all? It's your boy Sima, your boy Ronto, and your boy Delux. We are Maybe It Gets Better podcast, a podcast that you hate to see grow and you love to watch. Clap it up for us, guys. So I'm trying to think about how we should start this episode. Yo, a lot has happened. We haven't really dropped, but then we dropped. Well, we finna drop. So, like, I wanted to start off by asking you guys, like, how did you guys feel about having Marlon and Duke come to the podcast?
Oh man, that was fun. It was a change of pace, you know. They brought the energy. It was a good time.
Yeah. And I think, like, you know, with him being such a like inspiration to like Toronto content creating and stuff, I think like even him coming through and reaching out to us was like, it was like surreal, to be honest.
I think that was a good look too, because mind you, like Marlon himself, we have Femi as well that came through. That really shows the growth of the podcast, and like the whole premise of this podcast was to showcase like what it is from the ground up, right? So we had like a really great 2025, like, and we're looking to have a great 2026.
Yeah, I also forgot to mention, I want to make this episode a 2025 wrap up. And just highlight some of the things that we accomplished and things that we want to achieve going forward into the year. I also do want to put into the air that, yo, we got to get For Y'all Entertainment on the pod.
Yeah, that would be fun.
2026 goals, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been seeing that for years since I started content creating, and I'm like, yeah, I want to work with those guys. So hopefully, you know, in the future that happens.
Yeah, we got to speak into existence.
Yeah, like them even doing like office movers, I have so much questions on like that being a thing and how they even went about that. So
did you guys like office movies? How do you feel about that?
Yo, that shit was funny.
Yeah,
it was funny.
No, it was good. But I feel like they did a lot of skits from like their YouTube days on there. That's real. Like that's really real.
But I like the way that like, hopefully this doesn't come off as negative, how they recycled their skits, but it was still like refreshing to watch. Like, I think if you know, you know, but if you don't know, it's just like, all right, this is like a new thing. But it's like there was this one part where I think they broke in, like season 1, they broke into one of the walls and it was like a homage to one of their
the skits,
T-Dot Goon Scrap videos, and I'm like, yo, like the way they did it was still like done pretty well. You know what I mean? So,
but I feel like they were doing it a bit for like nostalgia, like for people that have been rocking with them. Like, let's say for example, we did something where like we started out in the basement and stuff like that, and we came up, and then when we do a TV show and stuff like that, we had that premise like, yo, let's get it done like this way. But it's really, I think, an homage.
Yeah, it is definitely a homage, but like they still did it really well.
Yeah.
Like where it's like, yo, like if you look at it, it's like, all right, like it's still funny, it still hits.
And then, sorry to cut you off, but they also showing it to a new audience. Also,
so I was gonna say, you see how they did the food thing, like when you go to the Jamaican spot, and it's like, yo, they don't have food, like we don't have that.
We don't have that. Yeah,
like, it still hits.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's like the next role. Like I think with us doing podcasts and stuff like that, even working with different like content creators and skits and stuff like that, I know that we're definitely being mindful of the brand that we're building. But at the same time, I would say like honestly at this point, like for our podcast, I think we're established. Like there's a lot of work to be done to do different like guests and even for us. But I think the job ain't done. But I feel like we're in this place to say that we could get the job done.
Yeah, for sure. At this point. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say like there's definitely a lot of opportunities that's being presented to us now than when we first started.
And yeah, like you said, we had some solid guests come through. We had Players Play.
Yeah.
We had Uncommon Sense. We had Lil Six. You know,
we were also on the BlckkStar Diaries.
We're on BlckkStar Diaries.
Yeah.
You know?
And we've been kind of doing a lot of like, I would say this year around, we're going to do a lot more like community work and other things to like get back. Like, so I'm not going to speak too much of our plays, but we're going to be doing a lot more like community building, even like expansion for podcasts for a lot of the youth out there. I know we started from the ground up last year to now, and we built a brand, right? We built a brand where like now people are seeing us on Instagram on their feeds. We're enough to say that we have our own things independently, but we come together as a collab. We have the merch coming out too. Like we have all of that on the way, and I feel like that's a testament to a lot of the work that we put in, because people do podcasts and whatever, but at the same time, it's the consistency that matters.
Hey, there was one thing I seen on the internet, like most podcasts only last like 10 episodes.
Correct, yeah.
And like we're like almost 2 years in from when we started. And how much episodes are we in? Like almost like 60?
We're at, hold on, I can tell you right now. I think we're at, hold on.
At the time
See,
of
that's how
this-
you know we do this.
60. Yeah,
60, right?
60
Yeah.
on
And
the
then the
dot.
two more that we're gonna drop soon. So like,
So no, we're at like
63.
63.
Yeah.
63. So that actually, you know, that already shows. Like, I think if you're talking about what it was from last year to now,
Yeah.
there was an episode with Marcel
Yeah.
that came in, and that was so funny because I think, I don't know, like maybe 2-3 years ago, they were running a workshop at the gallery that they were running at. And that's how I got into contact with Marcel. And I'm like, yo, I want to do the podcast and stuff like that. He's like, yo, this is how you do it. And he believed in me. And we had him as a guest, right? That for me
Yeah.
was a big moment because I'm like, yo, from then to now,
Full circle moment.
full
Yeah.
circle. It's like the
Yeah.
guy that told me about podcasting well before I even had this idea with the mics and whatever. But that was a big episode for me because I'm like, yo, like we did it. He's like, yo, I see what you're doing. Like I see the growth. Like I wouldn't be here if it wasn't meaningful, right? Like we know these people in the industry. Like, their schedules are busy and they don't want to do it if they don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So we got to give ourselves some props that we got stuff that people want to be a part of.
So I gotta ask you guys a question. So you kind of inspired me to ask this question. Who would you say is your favorite guest to come through in 2025?
That's hard.
So it could either be your like one guest or like your top three.
I'm gonna go top three.
Top three, yeah.
I could do top three. For one, we gotta start off with because we went all the way to New York.
Oh,
You know, I was thinking
yeah.
that. I know what you're gonna say. That. I was thinking the same thing too.
You
Yeah,
know,
that-
you know what I mean. We went all the way to New York from Toronto for this interview, and you know,
Not just for the interview.
not just for the
Yeah,
interview,
yeah.
but like have a good time and do our own thing. But
yeah.
you know, with situations like that, we just took a chance. You know,
Yeah.
we went on faith. Like you don't know what's about to happen. You don't know if shit's about to fall through or you know the plans are even gonna get met.
And that was our biggest video. One of our biggest
Yeah,
videos.
yeah.
I brought a lot of eyes and opportunities to us.
Yeah,
Shout out to Lockdown Team.
Lockdown Team, man.
And he's doing a lot of big things too. Like I've been paying attention to him and stuff. Like he's been doing a lot of like content creating with different.
He got
brands.
Molly, that girl that did the Shake It to the Max
Oh,
on
the
there as
one
well.
that does
Yeah, like
Oh,
the Shake It to the
man.
Max. Like, yo, for real. Like,
Yeah.
And he did an interview and he had like 1 million something on TikTok too. So,
Yeah.
like, and he's from the UK and we met him in Jersey, bro.
like.
Yeah.
New Jersey.
And that's the thing, like we like literally linked up all the way. Neither one of us are from here. Like they came from London, we came from Toronto,
Yeah.
and we met up and we made it happen.
Yeah.
And that like just showed me like the possibility of what this could really do.
Yo,
You know?
the real shit. And like I really want us to go over there and like do more content in the UK. and
Yeah,
tap in
we
with us, 'cause,
we also did that interview with
Kid Six, Kid C's. There we
yeah,
go.
Kid C's. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was a fire interview.
Yeah, that
too.
was he's a really dope individual star.
Yeah.
I'm mad that should we talk about the other Zoom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shoddy, man.
Yeah, so we did another interview, a Zoom interview that didn't come out because we were having technical issues with Shadi Man. He has this one song called Back on That Shit Again.
Yeah.
It's like a little song that was blowing up earlier this year, and it was a really dope interview that didn't end up coming out.
Yeah, cause bro's dope. His thought process about life and how he goes about everything is cool. And he's from Nebraska.
He was from there, but he lives in Atlanta.
He lives in
now.
Atlanta now, so it's like, even his story of moving place to place and getting shit done was cool to hear. You know, and then like I said, his thought process was different. So it was, man, yeah, I'm kind of mad that one didn't get to come out.
Yeah, and I was like, at least if we could drop like a little clip or something. Like,
Yeah,
we
it
couldn't
would've
even
worked.
do that.
like
Yeah.
a little short or something like that.
Yeah, but we couldn't even. That couldn't work.
It
either.
didn't. Yeah,
But see, that's the thing with podcasting. Like one thing that we talked about was consistency, but also like the technical know-how. Sometimes shit just doesn't work out, right?
Yeah.
And then you gotta just roll with the punches.
Yeah, most
Facts.
definitely.
Facts.
But to answer my own question, I feel like you took my answer already, so I got to think of another one for the year.
Wait, you said top three though,
Top
right?
3, yeah.
All right, yeah.
All
It's
right.
either 1 or 3. So
All
you
right.
said 1 so far. Let's just go back to you. So you said Lockdown T. Who
Lockdown
else?
T.
How do we start the year?
I'm gonna say, like, how did we even start the year?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think.
Hold on.
Did we do? No. Did we do?
Oh snap! Okay. Wait, now I'm looking.
Was it Chino?
Nah, cause
Yeah, we did a Chino episode. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
Chino.
but like, did it fall into 2025?
I think so.
Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah, yeah.
I would say
when did we start?
I would say we started with Sickle.
Oh yeah, my cousin. My cousin.
Okay, we
Sickle.
could. Okay, from there.
Yeah.
Man, we had some. Yeah, Marcel.
Oh
was
yeah,
a
yeah,
good interview.
yeah. That is true.
Chino was a good.
Yeah,
interview.
yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, top three.
We had Balaclava.
It's funny because
we had Balaclava Diaries on.
Yeah.
Man, okay, I'm gonna go Lockdown T because that whole experience was different. I'm gonna go Chef Chino because we never had a chef on like talk about food, like food for real,
Yeah.
and like he's a funny guy. And then I'm gonna go what's her name?
Salmon Sarah.
No.
Delange.
Delonji, yeah, that was different.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Delonji because we never had no one come on the show and do like a display of what they actually do, and her art is different, like the food
living
art.
Yeah,
the food art was different. So yeah, I'm gonna say those three.
It's why I want to say this next. My own question is hard to answer because I'm going through like the list of all the guests that we had this year, and I'm like, we have so much good conversations. I remember talking to Ibi.
That was a good one.
I remember just having the conversation with him, with me and Delux, and just getting lost in the conversation.
Yeah,
like
it was so good. It
was such an enriched conversation, and I'm like, this is why I do this for, right? So I'd have to say Ibi.
That's a good one.
Yeah, he was a really good one. I want to say Marlon and Duke.
Okay,
because it was a special. We got two. Marlon like had me screaming the whole episode. Marlon and Duke and just
pause. Whoa,
that sounded great.
It
kind of went over my head,
screaming the whole episode.
I said, what? What?
But continue on.
Why?
They got me.
Cut it out.
Pause. No.
Time out.
No, but they definitely got me the whole episode just like laughing. Like it was such a great vibe. And then I'm tied between Shy from Players Pay. Is it? I keep forgetting how to say it. Is it Shay or Shy? I think it's Shy. Yeah, it's Shy. Shy from Players Play podcast and Lockdown T. Like Shy is one of those guys I feel like has such a unique personality and has interesting takes, and he's like his genuine self, which I appreciate because there's not a lot of people that you can just are like fully genuine. So I would have to. That's why I'm like it's iffy. But T has such a interesting story. His experiences with all these different guests and like artists, and like even T, like he was a genuine guy too. Like I remember like when we like literally face to face met him physically, he was just right off the get. Like you meet somebody and their energy is
good. Yeah.
Him, he was just happy. Like the energy was good off the rip. Like you know what I mean. And that's why I like doing content with creators from the UK because it's like we're cousins down there. You know what I mean? Like Mas can read our vibes and read their vibes, and it's just like like there's
we understand.
There's a familiarity in that air, right? So damn, I would have to say T still. T, it's Ibi, Marlon and Duke, and then T. I would have to say those are my top three. I gotta give you my phone so you can look through the list.
I say so I'm gonna say Marcel for me was a really good one, just as a full circle moment. Yeah. Really great for the. I think we did really good numbers for that.
Yeah.
I would say 6 as well. I would say little 6 because we had like a couple good ones in terms of like when he first came on. Those virals went really good, and then.
I like the first one that we did with 6 though.
That first one really.
The first one was really good, and like he has such an interesting story too with like being an artist and stuff. And I remember when we actually delved into his music, like he has tracks with UK artists and stuff.
Yeah, he's doing his thing.
I really wish he like continued to make music, but everybody has a different path that they're trying to follow.
But see, that shows a progression at the end of the day, because sometimes maybe you're doing better on the management side, right? Like I think of it like the Lil Bibby kind of situation. Like Lil Bibby was a great artist. I enjoyed his music. Yeah. But then he got into management. That's what we got. Juice WRLD. We got other artists from that.
I think it was like Kid Leroy or something like that.
Like that man, don't get it twisted. Like fucking Lil Bibby made a lot of money off of those things. Even people might think like, just because you're not rapping, but people don't know when you discover people and you're able to work with people, you get dividends.
Yeah, I think he honestly makes more money being an executive over him rapping.
Fact.
Oh, for sure. He knew that. That's why he stopped. Yeah.
He said he never really was a fan of rapping.
I think he was very honest to be like, I didn't make any money off of this. Like he was making more money in the streets than anything. But that's to show you like, yo, I know how to push myself as an artist, so I could do it for someone else because I learned all the ways that man finessed me.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna be finessed, right?
Yeah.
It's funny because I always look at Baby and Herb, and it's like the relationship and how like Baby fell off of the music thing, but Herb right now is
on fire.
He's on a generational run, like MVP of the year.
You know what someone said? They said like Herb is one of the only rappers that still rap.
Yeah, facts. Like,
you know what I mean?
Like holy smokes, Herb's my favorite rapper, but yo, he really goes crazy on every verse, and he actually tells a story and comes with you with bars and similes and all that stuff.
And then I realized it's not the same story over and over. It's the same content, but not the same story over and over and over again. You know
I think he knows how to re-rock it. Like he re-raps it in a way that is still refreshing at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And I think the beat selection, like what I love about Herb is that he can rap on new beats and old beats and still kill it. Like every feature he's been doing this year has just been mod.
Man.
And I say for my third one, I say like Claremont the Second was actually a great interview.
Did that fall into this year or last year?
Was that last year? I don't know.
I think
10 months.
No, that falls into this.
I thought that was this year because I ran an event with him this year.
Remember New Year, New Antics?
Ah.
That was the cutoff. So you see it?
Because we did the red band.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think we did a Duke interview. I would say put Duke at 3 just because.
The reason why I don't want to say Duke, why I didn't say Duke is because we did Duke again this year with Marlon.
But you know what? I'm gonna always say Duke has definitely supported our initiatives and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm gonna put him at 3 just because we ran so much back with him. But I think that like those episodes that we ran, like, great.
You know, I just realized Duke's like a big returning guest though. He's been on our thing like 3 times.
What?
He's been on, he.
Cut it off. Cut it off.
Get it. Time out.
Bro, these guys are the pause police, bro. Honestly,
chill.
I used to. I used to be the pause police, so I'll give man
progression.
Man,
but nah, he's been.
Tighten up, man.
Whoa. What they say if you live long enough to see yourself as the villain,
bro,
fuck.
I don't like these.
Either die a hero or live long enough.
Yo.
He's been on our.
It's not. Cut.
Unplug and plug back.
What was I saying? But Duke's been on our podcast like 3 times so far, so he's been like a big returning guest for us.
Yeah.
But shout out to Duke, shout out to Marlon, shout out to all our guests that's been through coming through and stuff. Like I appreciate all you guys, or we appreciate all you guys, because even after the podcast, you guys showed so much support, comment, some of them shared, so our content and stuff. So it's always been appreciated to see that, and we love the growth and the support and stuff. So
facts.
Yeah, shout out to you guys.
Man, I have to get some honorable mentions too. Yeah. Gotta shout out AY, because AY, that episode was good. That was a funny episode. BKP. Yeah, that was a good episode. And I enjoyed it because his background. Yeah, his background. DJ. Yeah. From, and then, where is he from again?
He's from Congo.
From the Congo.
But what I liked about that interview? He had a story to tell because he just came back from LA. So his homie, John Comban, I don't want to fuck up his name, but his homie, he's a rapper, right? And I think he recently went to the TDE office in LA. So he was just telling us a story about how he was in the studio with one of the TDE artists, Rayvon, and they just cooked up a fire track. So that was even a dope story to even hear, right? Like how much man do you know from the city is doing those type of things, or even just around it, right? So that's dope.
Yeah, man. And then we had we had some good times. And next year I feel like we're gonna have even more.
We gotta do another trip though.
Yeah, I feel like that's at least every year.
Yeah, once a year.
We gotta at least get some in. I feel like it's good for us, but it's really hard because we have all this equipment, right?
A little bit.
It's really hard because we have a lot of the equipment with us, so it's like really hard to be like, yo, we can't fly somewhere, right? Unless we go to a studio where everything's already happening, which is possible, right?
You know what I was thinking about doing? We can probably bring one of the road mics, and then probably just get a space like this and just do it and move it,
Yeah.
So there's ways around it.
You don't think we could travel with all this?
I think
It's gonna be
cheaper for us to go to a spot and have it already there for us.
It's gonna be too much of a headache
Because we have to carry it, then we gotta.
You see how we did the road trip was perfect.
Hey, you see, that's why we gotta keep investing. You gotta keep investing into what you're doing.
Yeah.
'Cause look, the new thing I'm trying to get. Look how small it is. Yeah. Remember the thing I said to you guys?
Yeah, the audio recorder.
Look how small it is, right? All we need is the mics and the cords, and we're good.
Yeah.
And a laptop.
Yeah.
And everything else we can figure out.
Yeah,
But I think the real money is for like in real life stuff. Like we're on the road, we're doing the interviews live on the spot, and then you could crank out like what 4.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The road mic would be blessed because we can be in. Like I love watching Gillian Wallow because they'll post content of them like in a couch like this with the road mic.
Yeah.
And they're still capturing the audio. And like, there's so much opportunities. We could do the interviews. We can do this, right? So
more portable.
And then if we and if it's one of those ones where it's serious and we really want to have better audio, we can just go to wherever we're going and just try to book a space. And if that, like a studio or whatever that has this stuff.
Facts.
So
we
have a lot. We have a lot of options on what we could do and stuff, right? So it's funny. I don't think we've actually like done this for ourselves in a hot minute.
Yeah, wow.
Like usually it's like the guests.
Let me try. Let me get one.
Yeah, you want to start first?
New year, let's see.
Yeah.
All right, we always have this thing where we always get a question that we talked about.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see what happens this time.
Let's see if it works.
All right, close that. Oh, what's one piece of music that has had a profound impact on your life and why?
One piece of music.
Wow. Okay.
So it's like what are we talking
like
about? Like
genre music
or like a moment or what we do a moment?
Moments, yeah.
Oh man, a moment.
Since we're doing reflections and all.
Yeah.
I would say for one, like I have to bring it back to like reggae music. You know, just because that's what I grew up on. Mostly, like we grew up listening to everything, but mostly you'll hear reggae in the house. So you always got to bring it back there. But then I would bring it to like the Lil Wayne era. For me, I don't know why. Like that was like 8th grade. That's when I realized I started getting into my own style. Like, you know, when you're growing up, you listen to everyone's music around you.
Yeah.
And you like it because they like it, and that's what you always heard. But then, like, I can remember around that time, I started finding my own thing, you know? And I would say the Wayne mixtape era, I would say.
So I'm kind of conflicted because there's 2 eras. I would have to say the early 2000s when like 50 Cent,
50.
That's Jadakiss, Styles P. Like my bro used to always bump those when I was younger, and they kind of remember how my bro used to always bump those tracks. He used to have that 50 Cent poster in the room.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, always rinsing the 50 Cent album.
Bro, used to come to the crib. Yo, you used to see the 50. Yeah, my bro used to. My bro used to have that.
Get Richard Die Trying was crazy. Yeah.
So I would say that was
phenomenon. Would you say?
Yeah. It really was though. It really. I feel like
beaters and undershirts. We got them undershirts now. Undershirts and do-rags.
Yo, used to get the do-rag and the hot combo just from 50.
Yeah.
Do-rag and the hot combo. But I would say the biggest moment, the biggest turning point in music that really affected me was, I would have to say 2012.
Why?
So Drake dropped Take Care. Chief Keef was out around that time.
Man,
good music was doing their thing around that time. So we had the Big Sean. It was like the prime blog era. Like we had Meek. Meek was still like, upcoming.
MMG as a whole.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We had what? Like I said, we had we had Young Money because Wayne was still killing it around that time.
Yeah.
We had MMG. We had good music. We had all like Wiz Khalifa was doing his thing. We had like this era of music that even J. Cole, I don't even want to forget. Like you see the big 3? The big 3 that we have now, that was the era that they emerged from.
Yeah.
Right? And I think even with me and how I perceive music and what type of music I listen to now, like it was very defined from that era. Like a lot of my favorite artists at that time that like I still listen to this day is from that era. And like we were we were in high school. We were like freshmen around that time.
Yeah, early high school,
Right? So that was like
grade 9, grade 10.
Yeah, and that's like a very pivotal, I think, time period for you because you're going from a child to a young adult.
Yeah.
Right? So or a young teen, I would say. right? And I think that's a lot. There's a lot of defining moments. I remember going through my first like heartbreak around that time, and listening to Take Care, and it was like,
man.
Yo, that Marvin's Room.
Man, Marvin's Room was what
that
took
shit'll bring
over.
you somewhere.
That
But you
shit
see
took
what I'm saying,
over.
so you can see why like that year is so that year was so pivotal for me.
Man.
Yeah. What about you, Delux?
Ooh, I feel like a lot of the work that because I do a lot of like computer work, I do a lot of like assignments and building. So I say like classical, but I've when I did my Spotify wrap up, it was called neoclassical, and I realized like if you're like a performer or like high, when I say high performer, I mean like someone that does a lot of like work.
Lift
and
up
stuff.
the mic a little bit.
I say like
Turn it.
Yeah, you gotta fix it from there.
like that.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah.
I say like a lot of it had to do with like just doing a lot of like assignments, a lot of work and stuff like that. So the classical music, neoclassical was what held me down from like university. So like from 2015, 2019, I realized that was what helped me stay focused.
All right, so I got a couple questions. Well, a question for you and then a
Yeah.
question for us. Did you end up learning how to do the harp? Was it a harp that you wanted to play?
The violin.
The violin,
The
yeah,
violin.
yeah. It was-
Oh man, no.
So you still never.
I have to buy one though. I feel like once I buy it, worst case scenario, if I don't play it, I'll just keep it as like a souvenir. Of you know, like I could have played that. You know?
Okay,
But I
okay.
need to buy that, man. Honestly, that could be the Christmas gift. That could be something for like the next year. Whatever,
Yeah.
you know?
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I don't know. Definitely, I want to learn an instrument. But I feel like but the thing with me is like I monetize my hobbies. It's so fucked up. Like I don't have one thing where I just don't make anything off of it.
All right, so
I would charge to play it for sure.
all right, so like, all right, that answers my question. I was gonna ask you. You mentioned wrap ups, so we gotta dive into that because we all have that like option to look at our wrap ups and music and stuff.
Oh,
So,
man.
all right, the question is, who's your top 5 artists on your wrap up?
My wrap up?
year?
Wait, hold on. I can pull it up. Hold on.
Wait, do you know
I
yours?
got mine. Yeah. I say mine was ESTG. That was my
I
main
think
address.
mine was Future.
You know, I'd have to say, I think mine was Drake, Future, Meek, Herbal, and there was another artist I don't remember.
But see, I also want to get the debate on like Spotify versus Apple Music. I'm a Spotify guy. Spotify was made for music. It was made for music. It was literally everything that's optimized for music was on Spotify.
Yeah.
Apple Music got into the game, but that wasn't their main thing though.
All right, so you see what my issue is? I'm a loyal individual. Bro, I've been... you see the streaming wars from
Talk to
2016? When the streaming wars first started,
Man.
it was the big 3. I was on Apple Music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all my music's on Apple Music, so it's hard for me to make the transition. I would
Spotify?
have... Yeah,
But look,
'cause
Apple
Spotify
Music,
is better,
Apple
though.
Music copied Spotify's wrap up though.
It did.
It did. Why would they do that if it wasn't an original? That's why I'm saying Spotify was made for music. They even have music videos playing on the music app now.
Yeah.
But Apple Music's
Lil
not
Baby
on
was
that
my
right
last
now.
one.
Damn.
Yeah. No, honestly, I agree. Spotify is better, but it's just like I'm loyal to a
You're just
fault.
loyal
Like,
to
you
a
know,
fault,
yeah,
man. And
like,
there's
I
nothing
just-
wrong with that.
There is.
There is.
There's
loyalty. We're getting deeper.
Hey, there's certain cases in life where being loyal will get you, like too loyal will get you into a fucked up
trouble,
situation.
yeah.
A bad situation, but it is what it is, and you know that's life. You live and you learn, right?
Facts.
Man said if you got once, if you get it again, that's on you.
Yeah. So that's everybody's wrap up still.
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny. I want to touch on the topic real quick. You know how everybody's like, "Oh, Drake's done." Da 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 da.
Nah.
A lot of people posted a wrap up, and guess who was top?
Drake.
I'm one of them. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Drake was.
Drake was in mine.
It was in yours too.
Yeah.
Like
I can't remember.
Fam, you
who
can't
my
say that
wrap-up
he doesn't
was.
make good tunes. Like
He
and that
does.
means
He
you don't know
does.
music though. Like anybody could say Drake has
I
done
can't
different
even- you
genres.
can't even
whatever.
argue that.
We're from Toronto. I'm not saying like yo man's are like living and breathing Drake, but at the same time you gotta give it the praise and props that it is, right? Like everyone that ever
Oh,
dissed
here it
Drake
is. Here it is.
falled off.
Yeah. Okay. My top based on Apple Music, Future, Low Shimmy, Babyface Ray, Tory Lanez, and Drake.
All right.
That was my wrap up.
What was your first again? Future.
Future.
Okay.
Toxic King.
Man, what? Damn.
Deluxe doesn't have his phone, so I feel bad.
No, I know mine. It's like
so you-
ESTG.
okay.
I think it was neoclassical
You go
or
here?
something like that.
Yeah, no, I found
Drake.
it.
Found it?
It's for him.
I think, and then I forget some other guys, but I know like 3 or 4, but
Yeah, like
Yeah,
mine's
about
was, like in order. Mine was Drake, Future, G Herbo, Meek Mill, Lil Baby. Like,
Okay.
yeah, not bad.
Okay. That's.
Do you think
solid
Lil
list.
Baby fell off though?
Nah. I think.
I think the quality of music that he made, like when he was in his prime, is not what it is now. Like I think a lot of like his last project and the one I dropped recently, like they were cool. Like they're nothing crazy.
I think like he's. I think at this point he's making so much money from other things. Like music is not his main focus.
But then also it's like the same hunger, right? Like
Yeah,
when you
that's
first
what I'm
started
saying.
out, you're hungry, you're in the studio every day, you're dropping bangers because your rent's due. Like
Yeah.
You know,
now it's like
you know, I was gonna say, I think what we liked about Lil Baby was he was more humble. Cause so think
was he
of
though?
no, he was because
never.
there's like I was listening. I remember in 2019, 2020 when I was listening to My Turn, and you say stuff like, "Oh, I don't call myself the GOAT. I leave that to the people." Like he was, I don't know, like it's just his aura, how he used to move. It was very like humble. Now I was like, I look at him I'm like, yo, like he just seems like he's that guy, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't think that's why I like Lil Baby. Like he had more of like a real aspect to him and stuff. His music now is just too, I don't know, braggadocious. I don't know. That might just be my individual take on Lil Baby.
I don't know. Yeah, but he's definitely in a different lane. So obviously he's gonna be talking about different things that a lot of people can't relate to. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see the disconnect. I can
Because
see.
when I
it.
think humble though, I think like J. Cole. Like J. Cole is not in the limelight. He doesn't care to be it.
As homo as a street rapper could be.
I don't think J. Cole's a street
Man,
rapper.
No, as like I'm talking about Lil Baby.
But you gotta understand, full pockets full. I don't see how that's humble.
Bro,
that's
it's
the thing.
alright, like
pockets.
if you listen to his bars, like there's like a lot of like moments where he's talking about like real shit where he's like coming from like a very humble standpoint.
Yeah.
I think it's because like I listen to a lot of his music, whereas like I look at some of the things that he's saying, but like on the exterior, as a rapper, you have to pop his shit.
You have to, because then people are not gonna believe you.
Exactly.
They'll
but
be like, "Yo, so like, why am I listening to him? Like, why? Well,
Oh,
he's not inspiring me.
fam,
Like,
even
he's
J.
not
Cole-
giving me motivation to get out of bed."
I'm seeing like even J. Cole pops his shit too. Before like the whole him bowing down to Kendrick situation, this guy was like, I'm like the best rapper alive.
Yeah.
But people still view J. Cole as a humble guy. Like I feel like
He did take a humble way out though. But some people say he cowered or whatever, but you know, he knew what it was
I
going to
don't
turn
even-
into.
Yeah.
I think that he knew that, yo, I'm not trying to be in that.
Yeah.
even that situation, I don't like it because it's like, yo, like J. Cole, like I feel like people diss J. Cole so much, but he's really that guy, you know.
I'm not mad at it at all.
Yeah.
Like you gotta choose your battles wisely. You know. I think
but
he
like
saw
don't
that.
see anything if you're gonna do that.
Yeah,
Though. That's
but
always been my standpoint.
You
on
won't
that.
know that you're gonna do that until you're in that position.
Well, he wasn't talking like, yo, I'm going to violently beat you up or anything.
Yeah,
Like, yo,
yeah.
lyrically, I'm top 3.
But then why
Kendrick was like,
take
yo,
it-
I don't care about no top 3. Like,
No, because he dropped the 7-minute I forgot the name of the song. 7 minutes. It was like a diss track for 7 minutes towards Kendrick, and he was dissing him crazy. Then goes on stage and says, "Yo, that's not even me." Da da da.
Yes.
Brother, if that's how you feel.
7
Like
minutes.
that's character wise. That's
yeah.
how you feel. Don't drop this track.
Yo, but I heard there was and I don't know if this is rumors, but I heard, you know, through the grapevine, I heard a lot of that was being influenced from Drake, though. Drake's like, yo, you got to do this because you're with me and you're doing songs, this and that. So you got to, if you're in top 3 or whatever, and you're doing a song with me, that's just the lane that you're in, right?
But the thing is, I feel like people view him like now by default he's not top 3 because like
Yeah,
but
you
I don't
took
think
yourself out
he's
the
at a
race.
part where he doesn't care to be anymore. I think before it's like when he's doing the songs with someone that's quote unquote number 1, you have to be like, yo, like if he's not him, then it's me, right? So that's the lane, right?
I just hate how like his Fall to Grace ended, like how that whole like situation played out. Cause it's like, yo, J. Cole was on a crazy street, like when it comes to features and stuff.
But I think that's up to him. You know, like he could get back on fire like that.
All it takes is
I
just
think
one
he has
song,
that-
right? J.
But the
Cole's
thing-
name is
Yeah.
J. Cole's name.
Exactly.
I
think he has
agree.
the
And,
power
like,
to do that.
His true fan base will look at him in that manner, but it's like on a global aspect, like people are already having that reputation that J. Cole is not that guy because he said what he said to Kendrick.
But I feel like J. Cole's at a point where like he wants to be a family man now. He doesn't care to be in the limelight. You know he has kids, right? But he doesn't, like no one knows that.
Yeah.
But he's past that. He even said like, yo, when I was starting out, I had the gold chain and gold watch, and now I gave it away because that's not who I am anymore.
But even Kendrick's a family man, and the man's still talking shit.
Yo, but there was a whole control with Kendrick and the whole thing where he was being pushed like Pinocchio.
Damn.
Right? Apparently, man, it makes sense because if you look at the bots and stuff for the music, no one's talking Kendrick now. Why?
Yeah.
The bots are all dead now. Everyone, the
It's
whole
funny 'cause
subscription paid out.
I hate to be one of those guys, but I don't think Kendrick was really on a lot of people's wrap ups.
No,
I don't think so.
No, and see that one song that went global. You're telling me nobody listened to nothing off of the guy?
Yeah.
So even if Drake didn't drop a track, why is he in everyone's wrap up? Because you're listening to them.
Because you listen to him constant.
You listen to him. You're on the same tracks. You listen to all the albums. You
Facts.
listened to Marvin's Room 40 times last year.
I didn't even know Drake was gonna be on my list, but you made it on my list.
I made
you
it
know?
because you're.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't seem like you're listening to Drake, he's dropped so many things that you
Exactly. You can't
There's
not
no way
listen
you're not
to
listening
him.
to like 100,
Yeah.
100 plays on Marvin's Room.
Yeah.
I seen this thing on another podcast where they're talking about how like his not a podcast, but I think it was like a TikTok video where they're saying like Drake's music ages like wine. Like there's certain songs
Timeless.
that
It's
Facts.
timeless.
bro,
Timeless.
there's certain songs from projects that you wouldn't listen to. You go back and you're just like, yo, what?
I understand it differently now. Like, you know?
like,
And then
I'm
a
like,
lot
oh,
of
shit.
Drake songs, they have those things where like he released it a year ago, but it's talking about things 5 years that happened.
Yeah. I think it's
Yeah.
also like, yo, like he'll drop a song that may not resonate with you at that time, and then you grow up, you go through life, and then it's like it makes a
Makes
lot
sense,
of sense
yeah.
now.
Even with those experimental albums that he did with like the house music and the
Oh
beats and
yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, never mind.
Honestly, never mind. Literally, maybe in the future or something, that's gonna be the new wave, right?
Yeah.
People
And
gonna
it
go
ended up
back
being
to
the
that,
wave,
like,
too.
whoa.
Man.
Yeah.
It definitely ended up being the way. Like I feel like people are starting to gravitate more towards house music and that tempo.
I enjoyed that album. I can't lie. It was a different pace.
Yo, I
Different
came.
pace.
You remember I was in Vegas
Yeah,
around that
that's-
time.
yeah, that's-
your boy James Kidd.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah,
yo, I was
yeah.
rocking with the team.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
never mind.
Because Vegas, like that's their thing out there. That's their
Yeah.
type of music. So we hear it so much that it's not annoying to you no more because you hear
Yeah.
it so much, and then you start to like it, and then you're like, okay, I understand why they do it. So when I heard that album, I was like, okay, this makes sense.
it definitely set the vibe when
Yeah.
I was out there. Like,
Yeah.
That trip to Vegas, it was like 2023 and stuff.
Yeah,
that was dope still.
Man,
Yeah.
good times.
It was definitely good times. But yo, how about we change gears and switch to the main focus of the podcast? We talk about a lot of bullshit, but we talk about a lot of real shit. So let's talk about it. How's everybody's mental health?
Shit, good, man. Going into the new year, got a lot of new plans, a lot of new goals to reach.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. I feel like next year is the year that we make our mark for real, you know?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna be able to move around differently. And yeah, man, I'm just looking out for all the all our hard work paying off next year, you know?
I just want to be on everybody's neck, you know. I want to put my foot on the gas and on certain people's necks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want in the upcoming year, and I'm saying that disrespectfully and also respectfully, depending on
you
the
gotta
person.
talk that talk. After a while, like we put a lot of work in. We're already at like 63
Exactly.
episodes. We're a name. People, and we gotta give ourselves the flowers that people feel comfortable to talk to us.
Yeah.
Like we're at a point where like people have said it to us multiple times, and people like the conversation just flow. Like it's easy. Like people get off what we want to like talk about, but at the same time we also promote other people at the same
Facts.
time. Like
Facts.
we pull in thousands of views on Instagram. Our views on YouTube are great. We've already created a brand. We've created a social media following. Our
Yep.
own stuff on our own is good. Like that's why I'm saying like you have to, and people, and this is why I say like being humble kind of like falters you a little bit. It's like there's no such thing as being like too braggadocious and stuff. Like yes, there could be a way that maybe you're not delivering it properly.
Pause. You don't think you can be too cocky or confident? One of the two.
I think if it's in a proper way, then no. Because you could be silently confident. People just know, like, yo, just because he's not talking doesn't mean that he doesn't want to say anything. It's just that he's just reading the room kind of situation, right? Like, being confident over is like, no one can get a word in, bro. Like, you take up too much oxygen. People are like, yo, do you ever just have an off button? Like, you know, that's too much. Like,
I feel like that's
didn't move
arrogant
like
at that point.
Yeah.
It's arrogant because you're not reading the room and you're not letting other people get off something, you know?
Yeah.
So that's for me is uncomfortable. When I feel like that, I'm like, yo, I think my time here is up. Like that's it.
Yeah, I think we've created the right space for guests to come through.
And we did it our way.
Yeah, for sure.
And I love that. Like I love the expressions and like, you know, the reaction that we get after a guest leaves. So you could tell where it's like, yo, they came a little bit tense and then they leave like a little bit paused but loose. Like losing.
You could have used the better word. You could have came up.
Later.
You could have came up with something way better than that. Like he didn't even try. What is going on today? Like,
yo, we gotta try something different in 2026.
Yeah.
We gotta get like what do you call it? A thesaurus.
Gotta have it on the table right there.
Yeah. You guys good?
Yeah. I'm good.
How's your mental health?
You kids good now?
Yeah. We're
Perfect. Yeah, no, that is the wrong choice of words. I would have to say like less tense, but no, like I love that reaction. I love the reaction that we get off of that, because it's like I feel like that's another reason why we do what we do is because we want to have that relationship with people and leave a lasting impact, right? But in terms of my mental health, I'm amazing. Like I'm so happy. I feel like a lot of things that weren't going my way in life is kind of like on the up and up. Work, just taking more time to myself, just ending a chapter of my life that needed to end. So I'm not gonna get into details because I'm not a petty individual.
You just gotta move on to the next chapter.
Yeah, no, real talks. Like I feel like that chapter was it was a bit rocky, but
was it a good read?
It was a good read. Still, it definitely had a couple pages that made me lose interest, stressed me out a little bit.
It was a tough read.
Maybe quit. Picked it up,
but it was like a realignment though.
It definitely was, and I looked at it more of as like a lesson, and some books they bring
teach you something.
They teach you something.
Most definitely.
What you need and what you don't need, right?
Exactly. Whoa. So I think I really say from that particular book was that it was a realignment that I needed in my life to get.
So more like an instruction manual of what not to do and what to do.
I wouldn't see an instruction manual because it was kind of like a
something
crash.
You can't plan.
Yeah, it was like an interactive book.
Okay,
a graphic novel.
Yeah.
Okay, one of
pictures
those.
are there, but the words aren't making sense.
Exactly.
Oh.
But
damn.
Yeah, no, like I said, it was a lesson learned, and I think it put me into a space where I can kind of align myself into things that I wanna foresee in the future. So I think it was definitely kind of necessary. I'm happy that it was an experience, but I'm going forward with a new chapter of my life, and I'm happier for that.
And you're reading different type of books now.
Still on the same topic?
Listen. I'm not even trying to, get into depth about that.
2026 it just started, right?
Yeah.
He's at Scholastic, right?
Okay.
He's at
Scholastic.
Yo, if you know, you know. But my mental health is great right now. Still, like I'm just happy for the foreseeable future, and I really hope that things that we're seeing today actually come into fruition. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Yo, honestly, I feel like my mental health right now I think it's great. I think I am working a lot. I'm doing a lot of things. I'm building a lot of things. And if you're in tune with the social media and stuff like that, it really just shows the progression of when I started to now. A lot of people are tuning into the work that I'm doing, not only with like different companies and agencies, but my own thing too. Like I am the founder of Finding Your Heart, and I think that really speaks. It's not just a name; it's really a statement. At the end of the day, I had to work to get to where I'm at, but I had to do a lot of personal work, right? A lot of lessons learned, a lot of things that I'm bringing into the new years that it's making me happy. I'm smiling a lot more. People saying my skin's glowing.
Gotta smile more, man. Gotta smile more.
Back, the smile's coming back.
Yeah,
things are just getting a lot. Expansion wise, we're doing a lot in terms of partnerships and delivering workshops to different communities. And I'm happy for a lot of people are resonating with the work that I'm doing, and we're giving out a lot more shoes. I know we just did 100 shoes in like October, so now my goal for 2026 now is to kind of like double that. Yeah. So my goal is to give out 200 now this year, and we're not far away, to be honest with you. It's a thing that we're doing, so I feel like it's good. I'm good.
Wow. Yeah, man. Yeah, next year's about to be crazy. I can't wait.
Yo, and I think this is a great way to end with everything on a high note.
Yeah.
I think, we did the whole 2025 wrap up.
Yeah.
And I think I'm looking forward to, 2026 is going to get better. Not even a maybe. It is going to get better.
Exactly.
With that being said, I think we're done. All right,
yo.
peace.
Peace. Like, comment, subscribe.